7.
And that works out to roughly 7 hours.
Dr. Strangelove, or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Bomb, is Kubrick's 7th film, which makes Dr. Strangelove the cinematic equivalent of the number 7. Water is central in Dr. Strangelove.
Water. That's what I'm getting at, water.
And it's water that is associated with the number 7.
7/10 of this Earth's surface is water. 70% of you is water.
The central location in Dr. Strangelove, the War Room, is shaped like a giant 7. The short top line is the big board, the long diagonal line is the roof, which eventually ends in a single point. B-52 bombers are present inside Dr. Strangelove because the wings of a B-52 bomber are like two 7s. Also, the number 52 refers to the number 7, as 5 plus 2 is 7. In Dr. Strangelove, phones are held in such a way that the short handle and the long cord together form a 7. The film's title design reflects the shape of the 7, as it combines short and long letters. The title design therefore resonates the character of the number 7, which has a short top line and a long diagonal line. The paper, which is held by Group Captain Lionel Mandrake, is shaped like a 7. Also, when Mandrake lays down the paper, one specific area of the paper folds into a clear number 7. 7s are omnipresent in the film. Here we see the number 7, which eventually even is presented with a middle line. We already saw that the central location, the War Room, is shaped like a huge 7, but we also see little war rooms as objects in the film. Here we have such a little 7-shaped war room inside General Jack the Ripper's office. The obvious presence of pistols in Dr. Strangelove is because pistols have the shape of a 7. The presence of the 7 also is a matter of counting. Here we see 7 vehicles. Here we count 7 heads inside the frame. And here there's also 7 heads inside the frame. Dr. Strangelove's way of speaking perfectly creates the possibility to make a audible 7.
I would not rule out the chance to put 7 nucleus of human specimens.
General Turgidson says,
There are 1 or 2 points I'd like to make, if I may.
Then he starts counting to 6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Then President Muffley replies,
There are still alternatives left open to us.
So here the 7 is presented as the big alternative, which lies beyond the 6 individual options, which is reflected in the background of this shot. There's 6 individual options, but there's also a 7th alternative. And here there's 6 little envelopes, which are enclosed by a large 7th envelope. Now, as the B-52 bomber already presented, the 7 is often presented as a double 7. The double 7, or 2 times 7, seems to be a recurrent theme in the film. Here on the big board, behind the Russian ambassador, we see 2 1s and a 7. The 2 1s and a 7 suggest the double 7, or 2 times 7. Now, exactly when the Russian ambassador covers the 2 1s and a 7, General Turgidson says,
It's down to a safe level after 2 weeks.
2 weeks, which is a reference to the 2 7s. Then the ambassador, still standing in front of the 2 1s and a 7, says,
You've obviously never heard of Cobalt Thorium G.
Cobalt, as in the Cobalt bomb, has atomic number 27, which again is a reference to the double 7. Also, the G is the 7th letter of the Latin alphabet, and thorium consists of 7 letters and is one of the period 7 elements. Then the ambassador walks further and says,
Cobalt Thorium G has a radioactive half-life of 93 years.
93 years. 9 times 3 is 27. Again, we have a reference to the double 7. The doubled 7, or 2 times 7, also is presented in this shot, as we see 7 people times 2 people. And here in this shot are 2 times 7, 14 people present. Here the same, 14 people. The doubled 7 also is doubled by sound, as we can hear General Turgidson saying
34B52.
34B52, 3 plus 4 is 7, and 5 plus 2 is 7. Major Khan says
145 caliber automatic, 2 boxes of ammunition, 4 days concentrated emergency rations, 1 drug issue containing antibiotics, 1 miniature combination Russian phrase book and Bible, $100 in rubles, $100 in gold, 9 packs of chewing gum, 1 issue of prophylactics, 3 lipsticks, 3 pair of nylon stockings,
which eventually results in the number 27. Again, it's 2 times 7. Stanley Kubrick made 13 films. That makes Dr. Strangelove its central film. Stanley has 7 letters. Kubrick has 7 letters, which makes Stanley Kubrick himself a double 7. Stanley Kubrick generally is known for being a film director. Therefore, it's very interesting that the shape of the number 7 resembles the essence of a movie theater. The top line is the movie screen. The diagonal line outlines the space in which the audience is watching the screen, and the point in which the diagonal line disappears is the movie projector, which projects images on the screen. Which is interesting, as the left side of the screen is connected to the right brain, or the subject, which is represented by the movie projector, and the right side of the screen is connected to the left brain, or the object, which is represented by the movie screen. The left side of the screen is connected to the right brain, the place of the spiral's eye, which injects, so to speak, the idea inside the right brain, and then the spiral, so to speak, unfolds onto the big board, or the movie screen. So the idea literally is projected onto a screen, so that we as the audience are able to actually see the idea, which normally would be invisible for us.
That is precisely the idea, General. That is precisely the idea.
Dr. Strangelove therefore is a most interesting movie, as it shares the cinematic essence with its creator Stanley Kubrick through the character of the number 7.